Monster Jam Studios, I'm Scott Jordan with this edition of the Weekly Update. April Fool's Day came and went, but there is no fooling around when it comes to winning a series championship and claiming an automatic bid to Monster Jam World Finals. We're about to find out who is one step closer to a date with destiny and who is one step closer to summer vacation. So sit back and strap in. Let's fire up the engines as we head to Fresno, California. Arena Championship Series West took over the Save Mart Center last weekend, and we go to Freestyle on Friday night. Brandon Vincent, the series points leader, hits a sky wheelie, brake check, nearly rolls the downside, but makes the save, and then goes for the 8-pack. Incredible execution, and then lines up for one more jump. There's a stoppie and a crab moonwalk right into a reverse popper. Gravedigger wins Freestyle, and Brandon Vincent is your event champion. He would add a second trophy on Saturday night. But on Saturday afternoon, it was Tristan England's turn in Freestyle. Earthshaker hits the single log with some nice air. Then England hits the 8-pack. Look how low he hits it. Still lands it, but does over-rotate. Ends up on the roof. But Earthshaker takes the win, and Tristan England gets the championship. More Freestyle on Sunday as Bernard Light, one of the most charismatic drivers in the sport, takes what's left of Megalodon for a sky wheelie. Nice wheelie combo. Check out the wow moment. Heads up the ramp, clips the BKTs, and the dynamite save gets Megalodon the win. And how about Bernard Light? Take a look at the pure excitement when he finds out he won his first event championship. Check out this move from the former Marvel Universe Live stuntman. Very cool moment. Now let's take a look at the series points standings. Brandon Vincent over 100 points over Tristan England's Earthshaker. Travis Mowry still in third. David Olford in fourth. And Bernard Light moving up, but now still in fifth place. This weekend, Arena Championship Series West rolls into the Wells Fargo Arena in Des Moines, Iowa for 3 events beginning on Saturday afternoon. Arena Championship Series Central is at the Schottenstein Center in Columbus, Ohio, home of the Buckeyes. And we've got a hot seat sighting. Kurt Kramer switching it up this weekend for Hall Brothers Racing. The action started on Saturday afternoon, and in the racing finals, it was Max D against Soldier Fortune Black Ops. Max D on absolute rails, perfect corners, and Blake Granger takes the racing win. He would win Freestyle as well with his backflip, but consistency is key, and Tony Oaks will get the first event championship of the weekend. Saturday night, we get a rematch in the racing final. This time, different result. Max D spins wide, clips the pod. That's all Soldier Fortune Black Ops needed. Tony Oaks gets one back on Blake Granger, and Soldier Fortune Black Ops wins the competition, and Tony Oaks makes it 2 for 2 in event championships. I hope he brought his big carry-on with him. Can he go 3 for 3? Not if Kristen Anderson has anything to do with it. The series points leader making Dennis proud with them right turn donuts. She throws one down here, 9 revolutions. There is no dirt left, so watch the truck on the sidewalls. Amazing cyclone, pulls off a sidewinder, and Gravedigger gets the win. In Freestyle, check out Zach Gardner with the save of the weekend. Huge air sky wheelie, takes a wild bounce. The nose goes down, but there is the save, and Wildside wins Freestyle, but Kristen Anderson takes home the championship as we take a look at the series points. Anderson now with a 36-point lead over Tony Oaks. Blake Granger, Elvis Linez, and John Zimmer Jr. still round out the top 5. Next up for the Central Series, 3 events at the Heritage Bank Center in Cincinnati, Ohio, starting on Saturday afternoon. Arena Championship Series East was in Albany, New York at the MVP Arena, and Mark Hall and Raminator making an appearance from the Central Series for the weekend. We start with Freestyle on Saturday afternoon. The series points leader, Weston Anderson, has been dominant as of late, and that doesn't change here. Anderson with the whip, and then a stoppie right on the edge, moonwalks back up, and a sky wheelie. Finally, a huge jump sends Gravedigger soaring over Albany, and Gravedigger gets the win, and Weston Anderson gets his 20th event championship of the season. He would add his 21st on Saturday night. But on Sunday in the Great Clips 2-Wheel Skills Challenge, it's Armando Castro doing Armando Castro things. Stoppie right into a moonwalk up the pod. The mouth and nose get destroyed. Keeps the Crazy Bull frozen and then lays it down. El Toro Loco with the win. And Armando Castro wins the event championship as we look at the point standings. Weston Anderson now with a 135-point lead, the largest in Monster Jam over Armando Castro. Cody Saucier, Brianna Mahan, and Chad Tingler round out the top 5. The E-Series now rolls into the Landers Center in South Haven, Mississippi for 4 events, with the action kicking off on Friday night. Some of the stars from Stadium Championship Series Yellow were in action at Colonial Life Arena in Columbia, South Carolina. And Gravedigger's Tyler Menega has been absolutely brilliant on this arena run, showing why he's a 4-time Triple Threat Series champion. He started the weekend winning the first event championship on Saturday night. He would go from brilliant to perfect. Check out Freestyle Gravedigger off the single log, brake check, just floats over the pod, then off the tires with the sky wheelie, then the smooth wheelie off the tires onto the pod all the way across. The donut puts the exclamation point on it, and Gravedigger is your winner, and Gravedigger is also your event champion. Now, if you're keeping track, that's Tyler's second perfect event in 2 weeks. On to Sunday we go. He couldn't possibly make it 2 perfect events in a row, could he? Well, in the Great Clips 2-Wheel Skills Challenge, the kid from Iowa goes vintage. Huge popper onto the pod, stops on a dime, keeps it steady, back and forth, then again stops the truck still, just showing off now. Gravedigger wins again. Gravedigger wins everything again. Second straight perfect event, 8 out of 9 competition wins on the weekend, and that's a clean sweep for the event championships. Let's catch you up on the series points standings. Ryan Anderson up by 48 over Tyler Menninga, Camden Murphy, Charlie Puck, and Corey Rummel rounding out the top 5. Stadium Championship Series Yellow now heads to Atlanta Motor Speedway in Georgia as the point series resumes with 2 events beginning on Saturday. Stadium Championship Series Red finally got back to the point series last weekend as it took over the home of the Seattle Seahawks Lumen Field in front of about 35,000 fans. Now, before the action kicked off, Cynthia Gauthier and Adam Anderson participated in a historic celebrity fish catch at Pike Place Market. The action on the track, though, in the racing finals, it will be Gravedigger and Max D as Adam Anderson look to make up some ground in the points. Look at the turn by Gravedigger, stays tight to the pod, and Anderson with the lead at the halfway point. Final turn, and the 5-time World Finals champion gets it done. He gets the fastest time of the night against his longtime rival, gets his 5th racing win, and earns the first 12 points of the night. In the Great Clip Skills Challenge, Tom Mintz has learned a new move, and boy does he have it down. He calls this the momentum moonwalk. Lines the truck up, gets the big air nose wheelie, stops on a dime, moonwalks it all the way back to the step up, and Tom with the 6th skills win of the year. In freestyle, the fans were throwing them 10s down like it was going out of business. To put it into perspective, Todd LeDuc scored a 9.485. That was good enough for 4th place. 4th place. So Kovenar would have to knock it out of the park, and did he ever. Goes over the pod with some big air into an extended slap wheelie, lines up for the backflip and nails it. Big time momentum, and then sends it for the biggest jump of the night. Black Pearl swings around to the other side of the track, comes off the pod with a brake check sky wheelie, and Cole continues to prove that he's one of the best independent drivers in the world. Scratch that, he's just one of the best drivers in the world. He would get his 2nd freestyle win of the season, but it's Tom Mintz getting the event championship, and it was a very emotional Tom Mintz accepting the trophy. Take a listen.
Tom, tonight you took care of business. I mean, it wasn't easy, but you were able to get it done.
Man, it was. You know, most importantly, we've had a rough day at home. My dad had to go to the hospital. He's out, he's back home. And you know, nobody in my life ever believed in me more than that guy. And all it takes to be successful in life is to have one person believe in you. And he believed in me more than anybody. I owe my whole career to him. Thank you, Pops. I can't wait to get home and see you. You're going to recover, buddy.
Let's take a look now at the series points. Tom now with a 23-point lead over Todd LeDuc. Adam Anderson still in 3rd. Kovenard and Bryce Kenny round out the top 5. Stadium Championship Series Red now heads to the Midwest with 2 events at Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis kicking off on Saturday night. My guest this week is the current series points leader in the West and is a former Triple Threat Series champion. It is my pleasure to welcome in Gravedigger's Brandon Vincent. Brandon, welcome to the Weekly Update.
Man, I appreciate it, Scott. I'm excited to be on this week.
Let's talk about your background a little bit. You know, you are engulfed in that Gravedigger family. You're an honorary Anderson. You've told me that before. Everybody says that about you, but you started as Ryan Anderson's crew chief. Talk a little bit about that experience and how that prepared you for life as a driver.
Being with Ryan teaches you a lot of things. He's a savage in the truck. He's great, and you know, as you can see, he's doing awesome this year as well. But it's helped me so much just being able to watch him drive as I was crewing to, you know, now myself being behind the wheel of Gravedigger. That just transitioned over to being able to get behind the wheel and, you know, already knowing kind of what's going on and seeing him freestyle, seeing the way he can pitch the truck in, and focusing on racing because he's good at all of it. And, you know, it really helped me out when I finally got my chance to get behind the wheel. And I owe a lot of that credit to him, and just by watching, you can really learn a lot.
You are a two-time Triple Threat Series champion. The second came in a shortened 2020. Do you feel maybe a little shortchanged that you didn't get the opportunity then to get an automatic bid to compete for a world championship?
Yeah, that's the goal. That's what we're working for, that automatic bid to be on the biggest stage in Monster Jam. And it was a shame, man. Just everything due to COVID. It was a real bummer not to be able to go to the World Finals, but it fuels the fire.
Let's talk about expectations for World Finals. It's the 40th anniversary of Gravedigger. We know it's going to be a huge event. Right now, you lead your series, Weston leads his series, Kristen leads her series, and Ryan leads his series. So right there, that's 4 possible automatic bids. You have Tyler Menega, you have Adam Anderson. There's a chance we have 6 Gravedigger drivers competing in Orlando. So what are your expectations when you look at possibly competing against your fellow teammates and all the Andersons? What do you think Brandon Vinson will look like after May 21st and 22nd? Will you have a world championship?
Hopefully be crowned a world champion. That's the goal. That's why we're working so hard this year to be ready for World Finals. And what a great opportunity it would be to compete with 5 other Gravedigger drivers. And everybody's doing great on their tour this year. But when the helmet goes on and we hit the track, I want to be the one on top, looking to be a champion in something, if not all of them. Right? That's the goal. And not being cocky, just want to be confident. I want to go out there and put on a show and try to win a world title.
Well, you can see Brandon Vinson compete this weekend when Arena Championship Series West heads to Des Moines, Iowa. Brandon, great catching up with you, man. I look forward to seeing you soon.
Yes, sir, Scott. I appreciate you having me on. Thank you.
Let's take a look at this week's power rankings. No change at all this week in the top half of the rankings. Ryan Anderson remains number 1, while Tyler Menega and Brandon Vinson stay 2 and 3. Team Gravedigger holding steady at the top. Tom Mentz won in Seattle, but he stays at number 5. Adam and Weston Anderson remain strong in their respective spots, and Charlie Pauken once again rounds out the top 10. For the full rankings, head on over to monsterjam.com. I can finally say the Monster Jam World Finals returns next month. It's going to be a spectacular weekend at Camping World Stadium in Orlando on May 21st and 22nd. History will be made as we crown 4 world champions and celebrate Monster Jam's 30th anniversary, as well as the 40th anniversary of the legendary Gravedigger. Tickets are still available, but trust me, they will go fast as we get closer, so don't wait. Head on over right now to monsterjam.com and book your trip to World Finals 21 in Orlando. Monster Jam has a new television home as a part of NBC Sports on CNBC, and for the last 2 weekends, we have come out of the gate strong. The next episode airs on Saturday, April 9th at noon Eastern. It's round 5 from St. Louis, but stick around right after for 2 more hours as we re-air rounds 3 and 4 from San Diego. For the entire television schedule, you can go to monsterjam.com/TV and join us all season long for 26 rounds of coverage from both Stadium Championship Series Red and Yellow with Monster Jam on CNBC. You know the drill by now, but I'm going to say it louder for the ones in the back. Follow us on social media at Monster Jam. We are on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube. When you post, use the hashtag Monster Jam so we can see you up on the video board. Become a subscriber on our YouTube channel and you could unlock over 20 years of historic content. MonsterJam.com is always your main source for everything Monster Jam. You can get tickets, merchandise, results, and of course you can watch every episode of the weekly update. But next time you're there, make sure you check out our new series, Arena in 25, where we cover some incredible action from all 3 Arena Championship Series. This week, I head to Indianapolis for 2 events with Stadium Championship Series Red. I'm hopeful we can make the Gears and Nachos appearance happen, as Bryce, Adam, and I have a lot to talk about since our April Fool's Day shenanigans. By the way, gotcha. You guys are awesome. Seriously, the best fan base in motorsports. So thank you for everything that you do to keep Monster Jam stronger than ever. That will do it for this week's show. Have fun at your events. I'll see you right back here next time on the Monster Jam Weekly Update.